Hello everyone, this is Landon Martin for COP3330, and this video will explain in detail passing by reference versus passing by value for functions. So let's begin with passing by value. When you pass something by value in a function, a copy of it is made and then used within the function. That's the key thing, a copy of it, not the original. This means that the original variable outside of the function is not affected by the changes made to the copy within the function. A great analogy, right? Excuse me. A good friend asks to borrow your notes from class. Instead of giving them your notes directly, you take a photo of them and send them to your friend. If your friend changes your notes in any ways, the photocopy you sent, they're only changing the photocopy and not the original notes. Your notes remain unchanged. Their notes are changed, the copy of them. Now let's talk about passing by reference. When you pass something by reference in a function, the actual variable or object or type or whatever is accessed and used within the function, not a copy of it. Not a copy when used by reference. This means that any changes that you make within the function directly affect and change the original outside of the function. Going back to the same analogy, a good friend asks to borrow your notes from class. Instead of taking a photo of the notes and sending them to your friend, you give your friend your actual notes. Now, if your friend changes your notes, marks, rips up your paper somehow in their backpack or something, then they're affecting and changing your original, your OG notes. Not a copy, but the original. So let's use this in an example. You have an integer named x and two functions, by ref increment and by val increment. So incrementing by reference or by value. Here's what they are. You can see when you're passing something by reference, you use the ampersand icon right here. That means that number, whatever I'm using as number, will be passed by reference. If there's no ampersand, it means I'm passing by value and creating a copy and using that copy in the function instead of the actual number. So I initialize int x to 10 and I print out x. So it should print out 10. Now, if I increment x by value, then the value of x inside of my main function does not change because a copy of x is being made and then that copy of x is being incremented, not the original x itself. So if I do this by val increment, passing x as my parameter, and then I see out x incremented by value and I see out x itself, x will remain 10. If I increment x by reference, the value of x inside of main changes. This is the original x is being used. So if I do by reference increment, using x as my parameter, and then I see out x, x will now be 11. Because when I'm incrementing by reference, I'm using the actual variable x, and not a copy of it like by value would use. So if I run this function, we should have 3 lines, 10, 10, and 11. 10 from the original, 10 in the second one because by value increment doesn't change x in main, it just changes the copy of it. And then 11 because now I'm changing it by reference, which changes the original. So if I run this code, you can see the original is 10, x incremented by value, it's still 10. X incremented by reference, it's now 11. So once again, going back up to the top, when you pass something by value in a function, a copy of it is made and then used within the function. The original variable is not affected by changes made to the copy. When I'm passing by reference, the actual variable or object or whatever is accessed and used within the function. It's not a copy. This means that any changes directly affect the original outside of the function. If you have any questions about this or anything like that, feel free to send me an email and I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Sorry about getting these posted so late. I had some personal things come up. I hope to see you guys in my office hours and all the other videos. Thanks for watching.